Welcome everyone to the Vincent Van Gogh exhibition here at the Musée d'Orsay in Paris. It's a beautiful collection of his artwork. Vincent Van Gogh, of course, one of the most famous painters in the entire world. And I'm going to show you for a nice, smooth walkthrough here at the museum. It is a pretty short exhibition, so this will be probably about a 15-minute live video. And right here we see his portrait in that beautiful style of zoom. Is very full today. Here we have a gorgeous painting of the cafe at the Seine, or it's Serene. I was walking through the museum earlier, and I've seen a lot of art that I've seen before, but this George says, take one home. George, happy belated birthday. Hope you're doing well. It's nice to see you here. Hello, nomades, bienvenidos. Estamos ahora en la exhibición de Vincent Van Gogh, uno de los pintores más famosos del mundo, originalmente holandés, pues vivió un montón de tiempo aquí en París. We're seeing Vincent Van Gogh's exhibition. He's from the Netherlands, but he spent quite a bit of time in Paris or nearby in Paris in France. And I think he is buried nearby Paris. Ronald says, I wonder if it's true that he was consuming paint in his latter state. So, known that yellow paint would cause hallucinations in high amounts. And I think painters would get it just by painting, not necessarily that they intended on ingesting it. And of course, as we know, Vincent Van Gogh used a lot of yellow. Yellow is supposed to be the color of happiness. Hello, Lorene. Nice to see you here. Welcome. I love his paintings. Oh wow, we see the famous one over here. That's cool. Beautiful little church. Panajotis Kalimera, Panajotis. Wow, you know, it is worth seeing this exhibition, I think, because a lot of people know Van Gogh for Starry Night and for his ear, but something like this, which is called Meridian, which I think means a nap, a siesta. It looks gorgeous. Look at that. Sure how a man that was so depressed, apparently, in such a dire emotional state, painted things of such beauty, and not only of such beauty, but of such lightness. It's so bright, and I don't know. It makes you feel makes one feel elevated. I'm shocked. Let me know why you think that is. Usually, these artists that tend to be a bit more depressed, the paintings and their artwork. Shadows. Think of painter from Italy, Caravaggio. But here, Van Gogh, brightness, light, color. It puzzles me. Let me know why you think that is. I think we ended here, this section. Let me show you a little bit more. So this church apparently does exist. Auvers-sur-Orsien. I'm tempted to go. It says between his arrival in Auvers-sur-Orsien, I might be mispronouncing that, sorry, on 21st May 1980, on his death of 29th July, Van Gogh painted some 70 pictures. There's only one painting of the Gothic Church in the village. Van Gogh opted for a long angle of the chevet. The unstable lines and brush strokes accentuate the impression that the building is distorted. The use of light in the scene is contradictory. The foreground is brightly lit, but the church is silhouetted against a cobalt blue background, suggesting a stormy sky or nighttime. Oh, interesting. So this is the real church and the final place he spent his life, close to Paris. You can get there via rail. And yeah, interesting that they say the church looks like it's a night, as if we were depicting in nighttime, but everything else is in daytime. I'm very tempted to go to this church. Let me know if I should visit this little small village in France. And wow, this is full. So slam that like button if you're enjoying this right now. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. And there's one more exhibition here, which I can show. I would love to see the exhibition of cinema. Let me know if you want to see it. So we have some paintings by Gauguin, very famous painter as well. But we're gonna rush through this exhibition because I want to show you the cinema one. We have Lautrec. We spoke about him in Montmartre. He used to hang out in one of the cabarets. But Najo, this is a really different style from what I had Van Gogh in mind. Yeah, Van Gogh's depression, his emotional issues, but his painting is almost a total opposite story. All right, excuse me. These are cutouts, I assume, to make movies before cinema really came about. And here we are, cinema. Yes, this is what I wanted to see. So this is really cool. So this museum is huge. There's a whole lot to see, but I'm gonna show you the highlights, and I think cinema is one of them. A lot of people might not come here. They might go see the Impressionist artwork, they might see the sculpture, but then they might visit the cinema exhibition. Cinema is very important to France because concurrently with New York/New Jersey in the East Coast of the United States, the birth of cinema was also here. So it says, early cinema explores its own workings. From its infancy, cinema told stories about its own workings and what happened behind the scenes. Countless views of film shoots, demonstrations, and cameras and processes, and stories showing teams and sets were all genres which offered an insight into the workings of the new industry. Even before the names of the cameramen, the first cinematographers, or actors featured in the credits, battles were being fought between inventors. Thomas Edison, and right here the Lumiere brothers, for example. Mom. These are among the first films ever made here in France. Kate, nice to see you here. Welcome. Kate recommends the cafe. Yeah, it's a beautiful cafe. Wow, one of the earliest examples of animation. That was great. That was Charlie Chaplin, U.S. film. Here we have a rooster. Daisy says, was that Charlie Chaplin? Yeah, it was. So nowadays we usually go to a movie theater completely quiet, unless if it's a Marvel film in a major city. Generally people are very quiet. But back then, especially before the sound era, movies were very raucous affairs. People would be cheering, providing commentary, clapping around. They'll really be talking, chatting. And it's because it was silent and the only thing was the piano, so a lot of people weren't really super focused on the story. So that was cool seeing that perspective. And here we have the views of Paris and the rooftops. And how much was it to get to the museum? I used the museum pass, 4-day pass, which in conjunction with the 5-day metro pass cost me 170 euro in total. I think you can buy the museum pass alone at 90 euro, a little bit less, maybe 70 euro. I think to get inside the museum should be 25 euro or less. Maga Janice. And here it is. Okay, so I'm going to show you the views of Orsay. Joe says, did I get enough sleep? I intended on waking up early to go to Versailles, but... So learn from my mistakes. I ended up buying a ticket to Versailles at 10 a.m. And it's a long trip to Versailles. Like, I'm staying in an area, it took me an hour to get to the rail. And in order to get the rail all the way to Versailles, it's taking another hour. The guy who just moved me over. It will take me another hour to get to Versailles. So, unfortunately, I couldn't get there on time. I would have gotten too late and I would not have been able to use my ticket because it's timed entrance. So, unfortunately, I didn't go to Versailles. I just went to the Orsay and maybe go to a few other museums instead. So I woke up super early. I woke up at 7 a.m., but that was not enough. So right here, we're at the Musée d'Orsay. And we're seeing the views. This used to be a former train station, train hub. And then of course it was converted into a museum. And right here we see the sculpture garden. Lots of classical sculpture. The rooftop is gorgeous though. And I love the clocks all around here. Let's the details of the actual architectural details right here. Wow, look at that. And there's a viewing platform on the opposite end. And people can actually see our silhouettes passing through here. So what you would see in the terminal. So Kay says, I was gonna say it reminds me of a train station. Yeah, it does, yeah. So everyone, that was a little snippet into Musée d'Orsay. There's a lot longer videos on YouTube that cover the highlights of Orsay. To be frank, most of the museum makes me fall asleep. The only thing that really made me feel awake is Van Gogh and the cinema exhibition. But if you're into Monet, if you're into Degas, or if you're into sculpture, then I think you'll enjoy it as well. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you Thursdays through Saturdays at 3 p.m. Western European time, 9 a.m. in New York City time. Keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Have a great day, everyone. Au revoir. Ooh, big fingers. Au revoir. The clock is behind you. Yeah, it is.